First weekend of 2025 heads to $105 million. Mufasa reigns with $24 million plus. Box office update Saturday AM. The first weekend of 2025, which sources have declared a normal year, is eyeing a grand estimated total of $105 million for all movies, which is certainly better at plus 22% than the first weekend of 2024, which did $85.9 million per Box Office Mojo. The first weekend currently ranks second on a post-COVID basis to that of 2023 when the holdover success of Avatar, The Way with Water and Me 3 and delivered a $106.2 million marketplace. TBD if Winter Storm Blair, which is expected to impact 62 million people per CNN from the plains to the East Coast, becomes an issue. How does that number stack up in comparison against the moviegoing public? Per EntTelligence, Deadpool and Wolverine, the highest attended weekend of 2024, pulled in 13.6 million. Still, we're far away from the annual first weekend levels of pre-COVID times, i.e. 2016 when Star Wars: The Force Awakens in its third weekend led all movies to $219.5 million, per Box Office Mojo. Or even 2020, before we had any jitters stateside about the pandemic, when the first weekend of the year did $142.4 million led by Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker top 10. Mufasa, Dis, 3,925, minus 175, Friday $7.6 million, minus 37%. 3-day $24.5 million, minus 33%, total $169.2 million per WK3. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 par 3,746, minus 23 theaters Friday $6.9 million, minus 45% from previous Friday, 3-day $20.7 million, minus 44%. Total $187 million / WK3. Moana 2, Dis, 3345, minus 65 theaters, Friday $4.1 million, minus 36%. 3-day $13.2 million, minus 30%. Total $425.9 million per WK6. Nosferatu, FOC 3132, plus 140 theaters, Friday $4.25 million, minus 42%, 3-day $13.1 million, minus 39%. Total $69.3 million per WK2. Wicked, Uni 3287 theaters, plus 110, Friday $3.33 million, minus 51%, 3-day $10.2 million, minus 48%. Total $450.7 million per WK7. The highest grossing feature take of a Broadway musical is eyeing another $25 million per sources for a final of $475 million. The 4X Golden Globe nominated movie is on PVOD currently and just saw a surge this weekend of 110 locations. A Complete Unknown, c. 2,835 theaters, Friday $2.6 million, minus 33%. 3-day $8.3 million, minus 29%. Total $41.9 million per WK2. Baby Girl, A24, 2,164, plus 49 theaters, Friday $1.47 million, plus 5%, 3-day $4.6 million, plus 3%. Total $16.2 million per WK2. Gladiator 2 par, 1,748, minus 117 theaters, Friday $870,000, minus 36%, 3-day $2.65 million, minus 35%. Total $168.8 million per WK7. Homestead, Angel, 1,700 theaters, minus 69, Friday $620,000, minus 38%, 3-day $1.9 million, minus 39%, total $17.2 million per WK3. The Fire Inside, AMS, 2032 theaters, plus 26, Friday $380,000, minus 42%, 3-day $1.23 million, minus 37%, total $7.1 million per WK2. The Brutalist, A24 8 theaters, Friday $79,000, plus 27%. 3-day $255,000, plus 21%. Total $1.1 million, WK3. Brady Corbett's 3-hour epic is up for 7 Golden Globes including Best Feature Drama, Best Male Actor Drama, Adrian Brody, Best Supporting Actor Film, Guy Pearce, Supporting Actress, Felicity Jones and Director, Corbett. The $6 million indie film is posting good numbers in NYC, LA and Toronto in its one-theater expansion to the Alamo, Brooklyn. September 5th, PAR 13 theaters, plus 8 Friday $20,000, plus 220%, 3 days $66,000, plus 192%, total $298,000, WK4. The Tim Fellbaum-directed thriller is up for 1 Golden Globe this Sunday in Best Feature Drama. Better Man, PAR 6 theaters, Friday $8,000, plus 57%, 3 day $26,000, plus 41%, total $88,000 per WK2. The movie is up for 1 Golden Globe for the original song, Forbidden Road, which the Academy deemed not so original, pulling it off its Oscar shortlist. While there weren't any wide releases this weekend, Vertical had their Tribeca acquisition, the horror film The Damned, opening in 732 locations with roughly $325,000 last night on its way to around $860,000. The featured directorial debut of Thordarpal's son centers around Eva, Odessa Young, a 19th-century widow who is tasked with making an impossible choice when a ship sinks off the coast of her isolated fishing outpost during the middle of an especially cruel winter. With provisions running low, Eva and her close-knit community must choose between rescuing the shipwrecked crew and prioritizing their own survival. Facing the consequences of their decision and tormented by guilt, the inhabitants wrestle with a mounting sense of dread and begin to believe they are all being punished for their choices. The movie is 86% fresh with Rotten Tomatoes critics off 35 reviews. The sales are okay in New York, LA, Fresno, Phoenix, San Francisco, Toronto, Sacramento and Orlando, we hear. Other miscellaneous. On 2024, as we didn't have this intel when we did our wrap-up. AMC was the top theater chain stateside, Natch, with north of $2 billion and a 23% market share from 556 locations. Regal ranked second with $1.3 billion and a 15.3% market share from around 436 locations. Cinemark followed with $1.3 billion and a 14.9% share from 311 sites. Cineplex, Canada, Marcus, Harkins, Alamo, Landmark Canada, Cinticos and Imagine rounded out the top 10 circuits for the year. Los Angeles ruled as the top moviegoing market with $681.1 million, 7.9%, followed by NYC area at No. 2 with $559.7 million, 6.5%, followed by Dallas, $266.3 million, 3%, San Francisco, $240.3 million, 2.8%, and Chicago, $234 million, 2.7%. Friday afternoon update. It's a better first weekend of the year than last year, with Disney's Mufasa and Paramount's Sonic the Hedgehog 3 continuing their tussle into their third frames, $23 million to $24 million to $20 million. In regards to 3-day weekends, this is the first one win for Mufasa. Sonic 3 won the first 2 3-day weekends of its release, however, Mufasa was the one movie for the 5-day December 25 to 29 period with $60.9 million. The top 5 movies are set to gross close to $78 million, which is $22 million more than last year's top 5 picks tally of $56 million, meaning we're in slightly better shape, and that's without any